Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to our impromptu, unplanned, and unsure what this is going to turn into. But I'm super pleased and super excited. And we've already been chatting, having a good chat. And we thought, well, why not just start chatting with all y'all as well? Everyone, enjoy and welcome Magnetic Movements. Go check them out. And of course, if you remember from the past, Scuba Steve and Magnetic Movements, welcome, my guy. How are you doing?
Doing great.
Welcome to tonight. And Scuba Steve, how are you, my guy?
Doing pretty good.
All right. I think we got, don't forget to smash that like button. Thanks, Jericho, for tuning in, man. Welcome. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
But yeah, what were we chatting about before now? I forgot. Why don't you just...
Me too. I completely forgot.
Right?
We were actually talking about the spur of the moment meetup that we did.
Oh, yeah. When me and Danny Dip, we were traveling around, dude. Oh, that's one thing I think that I really appreciate now for the first time is how big the US really is in comparison. Like I was in Europe, and in like a day or two, I covered I could get through several countries if I was really like when I was in Austria, from Germany, Austria, and then we went I was surprised how quick we could just cut through if we really wanted to keep going. Where in the US, I was like, man, there's a lot of farm field. We drove for like 8 hours, dude, to get to you. But anyways, it's late and I lost track. Oh yeah, we're down there visiting, dude, and we went fishing it was at a boat launch area. It actually looked really juicy.
It was basically just on the side of the Ohio River.
Yeah. So how far is that from is that where you put your boat in?
No, I usually go out in Hamilton. That or I take it out to Brookville Lake.
Oh, okay. Now
I've lost a few things out there in Brookville Lake.
Really? Oh boy.
Brookville Lake is a more of a tourist lake. Pretty good size.
I mean, there'll probably be a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah. You ever catch GoPros, or you ever find I don't know, cameras or cell phones or any Apple Watches, anything like that at all?
I've the last phone I found was the Galaxy S9 Plus. I found it at the same time I found 24 karat gold ring.
Wow. Okay. All right. Just whip that one out and let it sit.
Yeah, I was like, what?
All right. I was not expecting it to go there. I guess we're awake now.
That was actually in D Almighty's backyard whenever he was living in the apartment complex.
Oh shoot.
That was before he got that new house that he just moved into.
Just right from under his nose. Oh, and hello, Darlene. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. From Kenosha. I used to live in Milwaukee and would go down through Kenosha a lot, but I actually fished Kenosha 3 or 4 times. Are you a fisher, darling? Right on.
Darlene.
But yeah, so I guess just give a little background. Magnetic Movements, everyone. He is an awesome, relatively new. Your Instagram is what's really blowing up
probably
the past
6,
few days,
7 months.
Okay, wow. All right, somebody knows the game. All right. So how you want to just go in a little bit about how you like to run your stuff and the stories you're sharing and how you're
on how I started is pretty sad on how I started. Well, I like every other teenager, they like to just play the games, just chill in their room all day, Well, I was looking after my granddad when this whole COVID thing happened, and he was on his something bed, and he bought me my very first magnet, which was a double-sided magnet.
Oh, nice.
It wasn't the reason he bought it was because he liked magnet fishing, liked watching it, and the person he was watching was Danny.
Oh, Danny Dip, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny.
And he bought my first magnet, which was this one right here.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I had one just like that one.
Yeah, so this one doesn't pull a lot. It does not pull a lot.
My little one.
Looks like a 1,100-pound little Amazon magnet that I got.
started
This
out
is
with
from
that
Amazon.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it that? Yeah, the Amazon like for the kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went out
Classic
magnet
starter.
fishing. And
Hey,
I found my very first
What up?
bottle cap. And I was so happy that I found that.
The
Like
bottle-
so.
Do you still have the bottle cap?
No, I've gotten rid of it. It was so long ago.
Dude, I know that feeling so well. In fact, your story, other than that, awesome memory with your grandfather and him sharing that with you.
You're right back, guys.
I just like saw magnet fishing and I discovered it through the Fisher and basically 3 people, but I saw Danny's post of him getting arrested, and then I started watching Jeff, so outdoor influencer, and then also I ordered like one of those bear magnets, the little kit thing.
Yeah.
I went out like so many times, dude, like 5 or 6 times, and I would throw for hours and catch like nothing but slag. And then I remember the first time I tried somewhere that wasn't like downtown Milwaukee, I go to this tiny little creek and on a walking path behind these 2 bars. I throw my magnet out, and then I pulled in a lady's shredded, destroyed purse only because her keys and a Zippo lighter pinched all her cards in between it, and it sucked up through the purse, dude. I still have.
Was that the Gucci purse?
Yeah, that was inside of the leather. Yeah, I still have I still have the key bundle and the lighter. Let me grab it. It's actually
What?
dude. I was like so ecstatic, and it was like the next day I went and spent like $800 on magnet fishing.
Wow.
I was like,
Trying to get my
Yeah, so I found my first bottle cap. I went home because it wasn't strong enough to pull anything else out. I didn't go magnet fishing for like the whole week as it was tiring, So I just chilled for the rest of the week. But then my granddad passed away, like that on that week, and
Sorry to hear that.
like I didn't go magnet fishing for like another like a month because I was just so upset.
yeah.
And then I went magnet fishing. Like I thought to myself, you know what? I got to get myself out of there. I got to start magnet fishing again, right? So I did. Then I actually got my first screw. And it gave me a feeling of I've never felt before. Like something that was missing from my life.
Right? Like you went out and found it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just went out and found something and it gave me something, a part of my body that I'd never had before. And so I wanted to use that feeling and make it into not just a feeling, but also something.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how magnetic movements became a thing.
Wow. Okay, man. That's actually that's a fantastic story.
How did you come up with the name?
I actually started off with I actually had my very first name. So I was actually with one of my mates who also does magnet fishing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually the same age as me. And he came up with the name Chelmsford Magneteers, which is my city, and then just Magneteers. And I was like,
Did you say that one more time?
Chelmsford Magneteers. I don't think he does anything on that though.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just got magnet fishing for fun. But I said, you know what? I don't think we should have this. Like, we both should be working on the same channel. I think we should be doing different channels. So I was up all night that day thinking of a name. And then I asked my mom, hey, what name would stand out? What name could probably change a lot of lives? Something to do with magnets. So she said magnetic movements, maybe? So, like, because it's a magnet and it can make big movements.
That's a good, and also, I mean, too, in regards to like the first thing you said, I mean, it has a double meaning almost too, where it's like you're trying to start a movement,
Yeah,
it's really impressive, dude. That's so funny because my mom helped me come up with my name too.
Exactly.
Mine kind of just fell in place.
Yeah,
Where's the flat in the sky? Yeah.
Lucy's like, it all just comes in alignment to me. It's
I woke up like this.
life is easy. Just keep diving.
It's
Dude,
not
that's
worth it
really
to stop,
cool, man.
as Jake says.
Yeah. Dude, that's so cool though, dude, man. That's really impressive. And now you're starting to push more YouTube content now, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more onto YouTube now that I have hit my goal. Because I never thought I'd actually hit 100,000 followers on Instagram. Like it before this year ends.
And it happened like this.
My goal was to hit 100,000 followers before the end of the year.
Yeah.
I'd never thought it actually happened.
Dude, that's so awesome, man. Congrats, dude. And you found a great way to share and tell people's stories and your own. Yeah. And now you can hopefully, like you said, leverage that to help create more storytelling opportunities and opportunities for other people to, get involved in this. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that we love with, our partnership with like our magnet fishing company, Kratos. We love to give that. We got that awesome 12% discount with our code, we find things 13. But what's nice about that company is it's a smaller cup for our team, for, a lot of our followers from the US. It's one of the nicer options for a 360 and a clamp magnets. Mm-hmm. There just wasn't a whole lot of companies here in the US that had that. We're in Europe, you guys have you guys have that history, and therefore you've got a much bigger culture of treasure hunters and treasure fam, as we like to say here. So I'm always watching. I feel like I watch a lot of people from England and Ireland and Germany.
And you just
France.
wish that was you.
You wish you were what?
No, you watch us and then you think, oh, I wish that was me finding.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm ecstatic, right? When I find something that's like I found something that's like 350 years old, right? But that's not that old, right? That's a fucking joke compared to
nothing compared to
compared to you guys. Like you go to the right canal, the right area, you can find something in like several hundred years old. You can walk the river Thames.
There's a river in the UK called River Blackwater. And it goes through it dates back from the Battle of Malden. And some university kids actually found 7,000-year-old artifacts in that river.
Hey,
and so I went there, and it is like a gold mine. It's never been clean. Never clean.
Dude, you gotta go.
I mean, imagine scuba diving, Scuba Steve.
So I guess
I love it.
Do you have do you just have the bridges that are available to you, or like for instance, right now I'm in the process of making and refinishing a canoe, right, to go and attack it from another angle. Have you ever tried that?
We don't really have a boat, really.
Okay. And then I'm guessing that river, is it too big or too much to get a smaller like kayak on or a canoe?
The river, it has a lot of waterfalls and stuff. So
okay.
On the canoe front, be careful.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm actually having to go tomorrow to try to recover a wallet out of the bottom of a pond, where a guy just flipped a canoe the other day.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. Yeah, well, that's what. So I'll tell you, that's why you'll love the rig. I've put about 8 months of freaking thought into this canoe, and I just got the canoe and started the project. Now it is it's a 13-foot double wide base. It carries 1,100 pounds, solid aluminum frame. Without any of the other attachments I put on it or the trolling motor and battery, I can lift it by myself. I am completely resealing the bottom and putting on the special guard bottom thing that basically makes it extra tough to hit and scrape up against stuff. Yeah. So it'll
if it has any problems balancing, try to figure out a way to.
I already got two side balancers. They're retractable. They go down, and then attached to them is going to be a little they're going to be those super lightweight plastic kind of coolers. But I'm going to use them as also ways to put more metal.
Plus, the main reason for the canoe was we both like doing stuff together. Like we've tried kayaking. We both end up just being in the water just so that we can find stuff together and share the experience and
also
the entire thing together. Anyways.
And like you said with the filming aspect.
Yeah,
Like-
I can film him. I can give him that third person perspective behind the camera and stuff like that. And I don't
Very
know.
true.
The canoe just allows
Already
more
registered.
avenues of like sharing the story, experiencing the story together, and
like
all
you
of
said,
that.
a big part of this, I mean, specifically as content creators, which I'm sure, Magnetic Movements, Scuba Steve, you'll understand this as well. Like, while a lot of people that just magnet fish, thank you. It's awesome. It's enjoy it, love it. But trying to, as we're here, trying to make this our full-time job and make this mission, this passion feasible. A big part of it is doing things that wouldn't be necessarily the perfect scenario for maybe just magnet fishing, but also to get us that filming scenario where like having us in the same canoe that way, having certain shots. So we have the cameras mounted on angles and we know a certain way that it's like, this is the shot that we need. Having the ability to one more stable and versatile vehicle where we can both handle it. And then also if we're not both together, we can use it as singles ourselves. And I don't know.
if there's ever that perfect shot, Miss Honey Badger was behind it
Yeah,
all.
she's getting creamy with it. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm in the shot, it's her. Yeah, 100%. She is getting good with it. But I guess as far as that river, can you mudlark that too, or is that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's probably like 4 feet deep. 4 feet deep.
Oh, so the whole.
Wow.
Oh, so you know what you should do? You should just get a big flat one-sided magnet and mount it to a stick, dude, and just.
Well, never
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
I mean,
Dude, that's how I walked. We just built one. Shout out to Maybe Adventures. He invented it, I guess, or just showed me how to make one. And we're gonna be making a YouTube video this winter about it. But he took a single-sided magnet. Well, it was a double-sided magnet, but he took a big 2,400-pound one, and he just took the same thread bolt and mounted it to the bottom of a broom handle.
Chris is inventive.
And he uses it. He's like, it's perfect, dude. I went and walked a creek and it's
That's
amazing.
same
'Cause
thing
not only is it a
history does.
Oh yeah, not is it only a perfect magnet to walk in because it's a big flat bottom, but it's super helpful when the rocks and stuff are slippery. It's like a walking cane. I was like, this is freaking ideal. And I was pulling all sorts of stuff that I totally like. I walked this creek many times looking for fossils, and I've never seen any of the metal that I filled up 3 buckets. I was like, and I walked less than probably, I don't know, less than a mile. It wasn't much of it.
Yeah.
Like, and this was on a country creek in between
Chris,
farms and barns. So
Chris
imagine
is
like a
pretty
city
cool.
or some real, yeah.
Chris
Dude,
Maybe Adventures. He's like one of the newer.
Yeah, he hasn't
YouTube
posted,
channels.
he's posted one video, I think. But
But we did do a collaboration with him in a secret location.
yes, yeah, where we got some of our older guns.
But we did like a little camping trip, and we all like set up tents and everything, and camped together for the weekend.
That would
But
be
this is
fun to
what
do.
Chris Maybe
Yeah, well,
ended
we
up coming
called
up
it
with.
camp,
The birthday is like
You
camping.
see that?
Oh yeah, he made out of like those metal
Yeah, I'll
fans.
send it to you, Elijah.
So he works in a factory and he has access to random metal stuff from mag fishing, this and that, and he puts all sorts of things. But he made a nice cooktop out of materials I never would have thought, but they work great.
Right?
But hey, question
He's
though,
very smart.
because I know Magnetic Movement. Speaking of newer YouTubers, in regards to your YouTube channel, how many videos have you posted so far?
13.
All right, bet. And so you've been consistently posting since how long? Are you are you frequent with it right now, or is there a schedule at all?
well,
Or?
Because it has now snowed in the UK and all the waterways are frozen, I can't.
I got you. Yeah, no, we just got our first dumping on Wednesday. I think Wednesday night. I filmed a video Wednesday morning, but
I work at a school, and we almost have a snow day.
yeah. But so there's no all the rivers are kind of closed up. You don't get any rivers that stay open throughout the winter, or
Well, you can these are all public rivers, so you can do whatever you want. You can get in them, whatever. But the main river that I always go to, they actually had to drain it because of flooding that might have caused damage. So it's going to take a couple of days for that to come back up from the water. But it's still freezing over again, so we're just going to have to wait until all the snow goes away.
Gold pay dirt is
so do you
dirt that you're paying gold out of. You get a 5-gallon bucket full of pay dirt. You just have to pan it for gold.
Yeah. Do you do it? Speaking of that, I guess I love to. So I'm a winter surfer. I used to winter surf, so I do a lot of that winter river stuff.
How?
So
It's
I'm
so
trying
cold.
to see about. Dude, I got
Polar
a
plunge.
I got a dry suit, man.
We
Not
met.
not a dry suit, a wetsuit, but it's 7 millimeters thick. He's got a dry suit.
We
but-
met in northern Michigan.
I've got
which is,
both.
like a couple hours away from Canada. So we grew up in the cold together.
Yeah, we did. We had the most snow in the U.S. We have the record for the most snowfall, and I think we had 782 inches my sophomore year.
Since 1960s.
Dude, I kid you not. I wish I had
Early
good
1960s,
pictures.
1962.
Yeah, I kid you not. When we went to class in between the buildings, it was like trench warfare in World War One.
We didn't have
we
snow
couldn't
days,
see
we had
over
cold
it.
days.
But
oh my
It was
god.
too cold for us to walk.
'Cause,
to
like,
class.
by you, are you close to like some really any other kind of activity? I know there's lots of metal detecting and metal detectorists in England, but I mean, is there, like, by me, it's a very common that Magnafishers are also into like instance for Jericho here, bringing up the gold pay dirt, and he's a very, very accomplished, really awesome prospector and into geos and finding those fossils. And I've slowly been getting into it. We actually just joined a club about it. So we're kind of that's why we're Badger Exploration. We do a whole host of finding the unique oddities. I mean, are you doing anything other than Magnafishing magnetic movements, or?
Well, I do. I did just get a metal detector from my uncle, so yeah.
Oh,
But
really?
I'm gonna test that out. Yeah.
Very nice. Is that what is there a certain kind of metal detector you got? Is it waterproof or
no? It's not a waterproof one.
no?
I've got two of them that is.
This is like an old brand, but it was the best of its age, though.
You just got
Oh, that's
two.
good. That's good, dude. Hey, I got a $75 or $85 bounty hunter from the local convenience store by me, and I found bullets.
I got one of them.
Ring. I found one ring.
I've got one of those.
This one.
Then I've got one that I paid, I think, almost $400 for. That's the waterproof one.
That's a gift. It was a gift from my father when I was like in middle school, I think. So it's at least 12 years old. Like it's over a decade old. But hey,
It's not waterproof.
so that'll be cool.
I've got a laser power max. That's all I've got.
Oh, I've never heard of it. I have to research a whole lot more.
It's old. It's old.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
We've been looking at the what was it? The one that Clay has. It's at the Rusty Magnets. It's about 285, so like $300. But what's really cool about it to
Garrett,
me?
isn't it?
What?
His is one of the Garrett's, isn't it?
No, it's
Maybe.
maybe.
The Nikes. Here, I can look it up.
Yeah, basically it's waterproof to, was it 11 meters? Or is it 11 feet? It's waterproof enough that if any like river or like lake around me that I'd really want to be diving on a consistent basis for videos and content, I'm not going to be any deeper than 20 feet. So.
Oh, the Nocta Macro Simplex.
Yeah, the Simplex.
Okay, yeah, that's the same one that I had that I wound up flooding one time.
Oh, really?
Yep.
See, that's what I always wonder, because I've been snorkeling and free diving for a long time, like before I did YouTube like this, and shoot, I've destroyed at least 12 or maybe more of those waterproof flashlights that they Velcro to your hand that you buy on Amazon. They flood like a mother. They're so cheap. I'm like, if I look back over the years, though, if I would have bought one nice flashlight, I probably never would have saved money.
If you want a good light, honestly, look up Workos.
Workos? You know, I have that written down. You already told me that. You're so happy.
I actually I have a lot of waterproof flashlights. Yeah, I've got like head torch flashlights. These are all waterproof. Handheld ones, waist ones, and body ones.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I'm like a walking flashlight.
Dude, right on, dude.
The one that I use for my diving, it's 13,000 lumens.
Wow. See,
it's like having the sun in your palm of your hand.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I lack. I'm always in need of a flashlight, and I never have a flashlight other than my phone on me. That's smart. Or those ones they Velcro, and that's just because I can't lose it then.
Well, you have a little handheld magnet detector that has a flashlight, right?
Yeah, I guess. But how many of those have we lost? I mean, just in our last video, yours fall. She goes and leans over a plate, and all of a sudden, and it falls. Or a little light. I just see her And of course, it's an aluminum frame body. So,
Oh,
It was a pink flashlight that I had in my pink
Yeah.
vest. The pocket
Oh.
wasn't all the way closed, and it fell out into the river.
all right. So,
Still couldn't find it even with a magnet.
yeah. It's speaking of finds, though. What is your craziest find, dude? Tell me a bit about your finds. Tell me about how it is you're fishing. I want to know what it's like to fish in Europe, dude.
What's
and like
the oldest
for those
piece you
watching,
found?
everyone,
Oh.
Magnetic Movements, check him out. Go give him a follow. Give him all that support here on YouTube. He is new to YouTube, but he is well known here for sharing and exploring and pushing the message of magnet fishing and cleaning up the environment, guys. Go check him out on Instagram, but make sure to go give him a sub and a follow and a like on YouTube, guys. He's doing amazing stuff. He's just getting started on there, but he's got 13 videos ready to go for you. Would you like to just give us a little? I'd love to hear about it, man.
I would like to say one thing. One time, when I was magnet fishing one time, I remember a kid came up to me and said that his mate threw a machete into a lake. I'm like, and then I was like, where did they throw it? There's like 3 water fountains in this lake, right? And they're all like pressure wash, like pressure.
So they're pressurized or whatever?
Yeah. And the closest one to me when I was magnet fishing, he said he threw it to that one. I had like a 30-meter rope then, and the water fountain was like 50 meters out.
Mhm.
So I had to get a new one. But I'm just thinking, should I just get a scuba diver to go out and find it? Or what?
Okay.
So
you went out and scuba dive for it?
no, I'm thinking, should I get someone to do it for me? Or
It's a
should I?
machete. Yes.
So how deep is the water though?
Give us Steve. Take your up.
How deep is the water though?
Oh, it is deep. This lake.
And so why don't you think you can magnet fish it?
What?
And so why don't you think you can get it with the magnet?
Because it is very far out and very deep.
Okay. So
Is the
instead
water-
of finding
is the
someone to
water
scuba
fast?
dive it for you, I'd trying
Get
to
a
just
kayak.
find someone to use your Instagram to find someone to get on a boat.
Oh, I don't think you can put boats in this lake.
Not even
You
not
can't
even
even
like a
fish there.
kayak. Oh,
You
really?
can't even
Oh,
fish, yeah.
okay.
There's even a
Dude.
sign that says no running with fish.
Oh, really?
What?
Okay.
It's that strict that there's a picture of the man running with a fish.
What?
Dude. Okay, so if you went into the water, how far would you be able to stand close enough and still be above the?
Basically, if you want to stand up in the water, you're gonna have to just put 1 foot in that water, and that's how far you can go out from just standing up.
Oh, so it just goes boom.
It just drops down. Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it
shit.
like fast-paced water?
No.
rapid, or
It's
is it-
it's mixed with sewage water and main water.
So you don't want to dive that either.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Oh, yeah, that's why he's like, should I pay some poor sap to go dive that? You know, and then here's the thing too. We got to remember this isn't like a gun or an explosive. Or
No, it
treasure.
could be for a
It's
murder
Shit.
though.
Oh, it's from a. Oh, so you think it's criminal evidence? Oh,
Yeah.
that right there. Not only is
Oh.
that.
Because where
That's
this
a-
lake
yeah.
there's been a lot of criminal activity.
So then your really hope is that's why I'm trying to think if you could, dude, pull one out of a Wisconsinites book for magnet fishing, man. Buy yourself the most thick blow up mattress you can find. Dude, I've done it. People have done it. It works. It's fucking funny, but you can float yourself out into like any kind of like a fountain even then, and it's you can't get fined because it's a floaty.
I actually did that down in Panama
Although
City.
I guess you're Europe, so I don't know.
I did it down in Panama City out in the ocean.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Get sucked out.
That
the-
is, yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, otherwise maybe try like we have like a slingshot we're making for our magnet, so you can like pull. Yeah, right. So you'll set the magnet because we have a 360, and I'm trying to figure out the way is I got to figure out how to coil the rope just right, but also so it doesn't take forever. And then the slingshot will hook up in between 2 trees, or if there's 2 posts or 2 signs or hand railing or anything like that. So like it's limited to certain scenarios, but it's still. My thought is
Jericho said the link.
Save
isn't
your arm
working.
some.
the link I sent isn't working. What? Oh, Let me send. Sorry, Jericho. My bad. Everyone. Jericho is gonna be hopping on. Hopefully, here. Let me just send it right now to you.
Yeah. What was the question you asked before? I said about the machete.
Thanks, Brett.
What is the oldest piece that you've have
Yeah.
found?
What's the most historically? Like, what is some of the
You're
history?
in Europe.
Just
like,
give us some of the older things, I guess.
Give me 1 second. I have it right here.
Heck yeah.
It's a ball bearing from World War II.
Wait, say that
was
again.
that?
A ball bearing.
I've got a ball bearing the size of basically this coin, a 10p coin, basically. But I don't think that's the oldest thing, though. This is one of the oldest. But because my city was bombed the most back in World War II because we invented the radio.
Oh.
Yeah. And we got bombed the most, and a ball bearing factory was bombed heavily, and the creek next to it just had loads of ball bearings. Like the size of these ball bearings could go from a tiny little thing to the size of your fist.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like a size of a cannonball.
Dude, that's so wow. That's amazing. So that's
yeah.
like really wow.
I think they use these ball bearings for like weapons.
Like as like an internal part of a munition.
Yeah. But the reason I kept this ball bearing is because it is the most cleanest and it's unfinished.
Really?
Explain that.
So here, can you hold it up to the camera a little bit?
Like it's so clean. It should be rusty. I've not cleaned this. Haven't touched it. This is how I found it. It's so clean.
Wow. Which means, I mean, the surface was. That means it must have been done so well, like it just didn't absorb the.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Nothing
Yeah.
pierced it. Wow, that's amazing. That's really cool, dude. Man,
Like
so
all the other ones were like rusted and old. But I think the oldest thing I've got is World War I bullets.
World War I bullets.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Wow.
That's so cool. See, like I'm a huge history hound. That's amazing.
Yeah. So World War I 9mm.
Wow.
That is so cool, dude. Wow. So and you found that magna fishing then, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you attack that via bridges, or how are you researching a certain way? Is there something, or how does that?
We just follow the river down, and
so you just pick a river and you start. You don't do much.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever like? Is there a certain river other than the one you mentioned earlier? Is there any place?
So where the ball bearings are, I did not know this. I actually didn't really look, but where the ball bearing bit was, we used to walk down that bit, but we didn't walk down the other way because we thought there might be nothing. But like last week, I went magnet fishing there, and I actually found this magnet. Yeah, so I went.
How many times do we? Does the same thing happen to us where we think no, there's not going to be anything old and sort because you start as you do this.
Yeah,
you get an idea of how the water flows and where the older things tend to accumulate.
Exactly, and I'm like, how the heck did I find a magnet?
Because I bet you any money, it's the same reason why the last 3 times that something like that's happened to us, we've found probably 8 or 9, maybe a dozen magnets now. But it's always where we don't find anything else.
Yeah.
We only find like, oh, we'll be tossing and tossing and tossing, and all of a sudden we'll pull up someone's magnet. I'm like, how do
fishing lures
or fishing, yeah, or nails.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm
but
like,
I wasn't magnet fishing there because of just randomly. Someone asked me because they actually lost their ring. That is magnetic.
Oh,
so they asked me to go out and get it. I couldn't find it, but I found a magnet.
Wow,
that's so funny, right, dude? That's actually like a great magnet to make as maybe one of those stick ones if you can unthread the loop.
Yeah.
Dude,
but it was sad because
nice.
This woman's ring wasn't just a normal ring. It had the ashes of her dead dog. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I told her probably back when it's summertime, it can't rust. So when it's summer or spring, I'll get one of my mates who does scuba diving will get in there, as it's pretty shallow there.
Man, you said what, 3 foot?
It's like 3-4 feet, yeah.
Dang. Well, hey, why don't you do us a favor, all right? For everyone that's tuning in and out because of the live, why don't you just drop in the comments here the best link to go check out all these crazy finds, guys, that he's finding. You can go see all this history that he's pulling out the waters and everything else he's doing. We'll actually take his link here. We'll post it in the live chat for everyone.
The bit where the women lost their ring, I'm not going to talk about where that spot is.
Yeah, and again, this isn't for you guys to necessarily spot hunt, as we don't always disclose our spots, not just for the privacy of people who live there, but also
because we don't want someone to take the ring. We don't want someone to take the ring and steal it. So.
Exactly. So
post
just
your Instagram. I need to
let's get your YouTube and Instagram. Let's make sure I'll find your link here real quick. My apologies. I got it on my phone, but I gotta load it on here. But yeah, guys, we'll check him out. We'll post that link. I'll get it up. Magnetic Movements, guys. Look him up on YouTube. I will have it going here. 1 second. But so I guess how long ago was it that you found or that you last looked? I mean, for the ring, do you have plans? For getting a hold of it again, or is there another date you're banking out? Or
once the snow has gone, I will go back. But if I could not find it that time, I'll come back probably in the spring and get someone to come with me to go scuba dive there.
Are you concerned at all about how the water accumulates in that area, especially with the winter?
We know where the water comes from. It's not sewage water, but the water level, the way the water goes, it's not fast. Like the water, so you can't get drowned. You can't drown in it or something. You can't get pushed over in the water. You can just stand up. It's not really that deep.
I mean, you can drown.
But I guess.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You can drown in a teaspoon of water.
Yeah.
So I guess to hello bold lion. I just want to say hi. Hello bold lion. Hello swamp rat. But I guess reiterate my question. I guess I didn't mean it as the quality of water, which I guess by you that makes sense as well. But also I'm just saying, as far as, is it on a bend, or how does the water flow where she lost the ring? As far as will the winter, the course of the winter and that freezing thaw, is it going to push? Because by us, I'll go to spots specifically to mudlark or to magnetfish in the spring because the winter will push a lot of stuff in.
Well, the spot she lost it at, it's a public area, like really public. So
okay, so yeah. I mean, I guess is there? So it's not. It does it go straight down? It's not like going to.
Yeah, it does go straight down. Yeah.
Okay, so there's not like a concern of the ring and the current of the water pushing the ring down.
Oh no.
That's what I'm trying to say. My apologies.
It's all right.
But okay, good. Well, then you probably have a good shot of it getting there. Especially rings, they like to get wedged in between rocks or little nooks and crannies. Hopefully, it's
I got a lot of rocks that day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so those are hematite rocks, which I'm just learning about. That's pretty cool. Does your do you get I mean, by us, we have a lot of industry and old ore and all sorts of different metal materials have been run. So our magnets 9 out of 10 times are covered in just a slurry of scrap metal, slag, and hematite rocks. Are you getting a lot of that?
Yeah.
Do you have do you have more areas that you find as you throw it more, like it kind of scrapes up the bottom?
To be honest, that spot that I got this magnet, to be honest, I never thought anyone would actually magnetfish that, as it's it's literally on a university campus.
Oh,
so I'm like,
that's such a good point. University campuses. Bet you probably a bunch of skateboard trucks and
Yeah, I found a lot of skateboards, but still.
Oh yeah. What is the thing you find the most then that clogs up your magnet?
Probably. I'm gonna probably have to say nails and stuff.
Nails and stuff. Okay. Now, how. I guess as far as something that's kind of a cool find, but we find it more than you'd think, or usually in clusters. I don't know if I've ever found just one bike. I usually find 6 in a spot or 5 bikes.
Yeah. I actually remember one time I got a bike out, my very first bike, and it looked like a rider. So I tried to ride it. I sat on the bike and the back wheel bent. I'm like, am I really that heavy?
Am I really that heavy? Oh, that's so. Did you get that on film or?
No. No one was no one's thought that I was actually gonna do it. I said, I might ride this one. I was like, nah, but I actually did.
I have found a couple skateboards. I actually just found my first just the other couple weeks ago. I found my first workable, and then Danny Dip and me both did a trick on it. And then when Danny goes to do a trick, a scooter, one of the trick scooters,
Yeah.
he goes and he flips and he breaks it. And I'm like, oh, wow, that video is coming out next week, Thursday, or next week, Friday. My apologies.
To be honest, I
But,
think
that's
Where he got the 2 guns in one throw.
yeah.
The toy
Yeah.
gun and the revolver.
Yeah. Oh, my bad, Jericho. I'm gonna get Jericho on here. Scuba Steve and magnetic movements.
Wait, I want to talk about Scuba Steve.
There we go.
Yeah.
I gotta do this to Jericho. My bad,
Is
guys.
there a limit of how deep you will go, like for in the waters?
No.
What is the
It's-
deepest?
Like, what are you certified for? Is I guess.
I'm certified to 130 foot.
And you've gone how deep?
100.
Wow.
That's so deep.
Do you find
That's so deep.
Do you find big stuff, or do you like really go down?
you find ships or something like.
I mean, you down in Florida and down towards the Gulf and all, there's all kind of shipwrecks you can go see. Hell,
That's cool.
there's a lot of them up here for real. You go to the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan.
Right.
There's
Or-
actually my video that comes out on like Monday or whatever. We were just in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. That place has some of the most shipwrecks, and actually one of the oldest shipwrecks in all the Great Lakes resides just off the shore there. And I mean, that's exactly
Superior?
right. We're from Marquette, Michigan, which is Lake
I
Superior,
would
one of the
love
world's
to-
largest.
I would love
yeah.
to dive.
There are
I would love
shipwrecks.
to dive Superior.
I mean, they've even
The
found
stuff that's probably hidden in that lake. It's
Oh.
the largest Great Lake.
Lake Gitchagumi. They called it the Great Sea for all the natives people. That's what they call it. I mean, I've lived on that body of water, and it resembles an ocean more than it resembles anything else. You sit there. I mean, I've surfed 8-foot waves on it during and it's a freshwater lake.
Yeah, our freshman
Yeah.
year.
I want to check out Erie.
Oh,
Hmm.
dude, and what's really crazy that there have been the last incident was 4 years ago that there was
Our freshman year of college.
yeah,
when we
someone
first
was
started out in
spotted
college.
and was attacked by a tiger shark in the Great Lakes. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
they will swim all the way up the Mississippi, but they've put in so many different locks now that it's stopped. They don't get really that far anymore. But the last time it happened, they came from the East Coast way, and it was, I think, it was 4 years ago, I'd say 4, maybe 5.
You sure it was a tiger shark, not a bull shark?
Sorry, bull shark. My bad. Bull shark. Yes, you're right. It's the one that can go in freshwater and saltwater.
Yeah.
You're right. Bull shark. My apologies. Yes. My bad. Thank you, Scuba Steve, everyone. Everyone, thank you. Yes. Appreciate it. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and the chat's just going to be murdering me. Just, what's wrong with you? Ignorant. You know nothing. Oh, dude, hey, I guess, have you ever gone onto the coast or onto the ocean around you? I mean, not you, but like, your country. I guess when I think of it, because if I was ever in England, I'd be like, I wouldn't care the distance. I'd just drive all over that island. It'd be insane. It's so much history you guys have there. Oh yeah, I gotta get here, Jericho. Jericho, I am sorry, dude. I am trying to find this thing, and I cannot.
My oldest daughter's name is Ellie.
What is one of your favorite pieces that you have found scuba diving?
That's hard to say. It really is.
Do you like finding older pieces? Do you like finding like the cool stuff like guns, knives? Like, what is your niche? What is your go-to find?
I mean, I really haven't found any guns. Haven't really gotten to dive the bridges and stuff I want to yet.
Yeah.
There's a few bridges around here that I want to hit soon.
Is there any particular reason why you want to hit it there soon?
High crime areas.
High crime areas. Okay. Now, do you just kind of just go off of high crime areas, or do you have any other way of just, I don't know?
Not really.
Not really. Do you look at crime? Any things like that? Magnetic movements? Any type of crime or information like that?
Say that again.
Do you look into? I guess as far as research goes, I know you said you just kind of go to some rivers, but do you ever give it any research at all, or?
I do give research on like car crashes from the past and see what I can find at those spots.
Do you guys have?
Oh, really? Okay.
Do you guys have a lot of high crime rates?
My city,
in your area?
not really. But the bad thing about my city is that it's being called the New London.
What does that
Yeah.
mean?
To me, that's just to say. To me,
Americans.
to everyone that most people that are watching right now, that's just a town right by where I live that many people go to Magnafish, New London. It's most of the U.S. is European and English names, just with.
So basically, New London being because London is mostly just bad crime area, and because everyone's calling it New London, you get what it means, right? Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of crime here now. I mean, a few years ago, there was barely any crime. Probably 1 or 2 stabbings, probably a week.
See, that's what's interesting. So to us, stabbing sounds like, wow, that's really personal. That seems like way out of hand. But you have to remember, hun, and to those who don't know, they're like, for them to find a gun is insanely crazy because there are no guns. You don't have guns. Like,
I found a gun literally probably like on my very first collab. So
then you've got wow, dude. I've only got 2 guns now.
I found the first one.
I found
the first one.
So I found a magazine.
I actually think I saw that video.
Yeah, you did.
I found a magazine clip to a gun on this bridge that I haven't done. It's next to a cricket stadium. So I'm not really sure how that works, but I've only done one side of that bridge. On the other side, there's a lot more stuff on that side. A lot more.
So why haven't you gone back?
Maybe the
because I'm waiting to probably get another person to come with me. As if I find a weapon, at least I have a witness to say that it was not mine.
Yeah,
but if you have it on film, then
too.
Yeah, if you have it on film, you've got yourself covered anyway.
Yeah,
I guess that's something that's never really crossed my mind. I mean, the reason we always go with a person is because if you're finding a weapon and you think you're going to a place where you might find a weapon, that usually means that the kind of person who has and dumps a weapon goes there. So, keeping that in mind is why for instance, why me and, Danny Dip or me and the Rusty Magnet or, even why we met up with School Steve, we like to meet in a group. Magnet fishers are a fickle breed. We like to go in clusters.
So underneath this bridge, I have done a bit of magnet fishing underneath that bridge with the friend of mine that is the same age as me. But we didn't really get anything out of it because there was like a 7-foot pole in the way that we couldn't get out. So we didn't go back there, which is underneath the bridge. But we know that there's like shopping carts. And hi there.
Hello, Jericho. Sorry, man. I've been trying to my Facebook isn't logged. Always forget when I do StreamYard. I have to go to Google, but I'm a Mac user, so everything's on Safari.
That's what I do with Safari.
Open up a whole new thing, and I'm trying to find and get you logged in on my Google, and I'm like, get on here. What is that?
That is a gold nugget.
You found that, dude?
Oh, wow.
20.25 grams.
That's pure gold.
Yes, around $2,500. So I'm trying to get Mr. and Mrs. Badger to come down to North Carolina. We're going to have an event.
It's not Mrs. It's Miss.
I know, but we're going to do the first magnet fishing wedding ever. I'm an ordained minister, and I volunteered.
I post some pictures of Honey Badger in her new channel, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I can say weddings. We should do a magnet fishing wedding." I'm like, "Oh my lord!"
We did a couples photo shoot with magnets.
Can you just come down to the UK and do that? Can you just come down to the UK and do that?
What'd you say?
Can you just come down to the UK and do this so I can be a part of it?
Dude, right? I want to so bad, Brent. I want to so bad. I want to go everywhere.
If you come to the UK, I'll take you to the best spots to magnet fish.
Right, you hear that, guys? If you want to see us go to the UK next year, man, go and give us all a follow. Everyone here, make sure to check out Magnetic Movements. The likes, the follows, all of that stuff helps us. It gives us the funds and the leverage to hopefully keep making content together and for all of you. But
There,
Jericho, are you just in North Carolina right now? Just
No, I'm in Wisconsin. It's about 7 degrees. I was sitting out here for about an hour waiting for you to let me in.
I'm so sorry, Jericho. You're such a soldier. You're such a soldier.
I did what I could, Jericho. I did.
I stream from the car all the time.
I
But no. So I'm having an event, the Spring Dirt Fling, and I'm gonna kidnap you. And I'm telling you, we're going down to North Carolina. We're gonna do crystal mining. We're doing magnet fishing in Civil War areas. We're metal detecting Civil War areas. And we're gonna do a 4-day group dig at a mine where you will learn how to from panning gold to river sluices to high bankers to trommels to the industrial wash plant of the mine. I rented the mine for 4 days.
Are you
So-
trying to make me cry right now?
Yep.
Can I wear pink? Can I wear pink?
You can wear pink. Yep. You can wear pink.
Are you trying to make me cry because I can't come?
Hey, all you got to do is throw in a visa and fly over.
You can come stay with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're renting a mansion cabin in the mountains.
Yeah, come on over, man. It's only over the pond, man. It's just a hop over the pond.
We've got people coming from Brazil, Canada. I got one person's attempting to come from
That's what I'm saying.
We're going.
the Netherlands. It's going to be an amazing event. I'm actually going the 13th of April and I'm coming back the 23rd of April because the first few days I want to put into, I'm going to magnet fish in every state we go through. I'm going to metal detect in Virginia on a Civil War farm. And then I'm going to detect and magnet fish other Civil War areas where we can get some nice Civil War cannonballs.
Oh, dude. Big bucket list is a cannonball. I actually just got, you got that awesome bearing you were showing, which looks very similar to those 50 cal. So by us, you can come across those 50 cal smooth bore musket barrels is one of the oldest style bullets you can find. And those are from, basically the settlers. So that gun, the bullet can range, more often than not, they were made per the time they were shot. But a lot of times the guns that they were used can be, 1600s. Like you can have a late 1600 gun. And that's pretty, I think we found one. We got it measured in size, but I'm concerned it might not be just because of the amount of, how that mud and that stuff cakes on and it almost turns to like a metal. It rusts with it, And so if I shave it down, I've got a little room still to shave it down to be within like the range of the size it would be. But I don't know. Do you have a way of figuring out like items that are harder to identify when they don't have any markings? Is there a way you go about that, Jericho?
What we were doing is there's a way you can take a picture of it. Once you get it clean or as clean as possible, take a picture and then do a Google image search.
Okay, yeah.
And then that it really does help identify a majority of the things. But I have some history nerds that like to jump on my channel and they know what stuff is generally just from looking at it or how to find out. Like Claybert has that sword. Well, the piece is missing that would identify the maker's mark, or it's underneath the brass piece, but he doesn't want to knock the brass piece off to find out if it was made in US or whatever.
Bro, if you have any finds that you don't want, just send them to me. Just send them to me.
Okay, what is a find? What is a? I guess what is a find here in the U.S. to you that's like, oh my gosh, crazy that like Jericho's coming across or we're coming across? Because to me, you guys are such an ancient country. You guys have metal and infrastructure for. Literally.
There is one thing that if I do find, it will be a find of a lifetime in the UK.
What's that?
And it's a cold case that happened 25 years ago. Yeah. Apparently, it was a murder case that happened 25 years ago, where like 3 people were shot dead in a Range Rover, and the guns that were used in it were thrown into a lake behind a house on a farm. And I asked a load of people that want to go magnet fishing to get access to the place and go magnet fishing there, and everyone's saying no because there's like a theory that says, well, there's a curse apparently, where if you find the weapons to the murders, you're going to be the next one in that lake.
Oh, this man's like, give me a magnet. I gotta get out there and find it. Find him a
Yeah.
lifetime.
I don't care about me being in the lake. I just want to find it.
He's like, I just want to film the thing, man.
Exactly.
He's like, I want to bring you guys out here. And
Does a whole seance.
Because this is called the Essex Boys Murders.
oh,
Yeah.
wow, this has some.
Isn't there a documentary on that?
I think so, yeah.
'Cause that sounds familiar.
Type it in the chat so I can look this up.
That is interesting. That sounds like the most English.
It is.
Like a bunch of guys shot in a Range Rover, the Essex Boys.
Yeah,
I mean,
it says here on December 6, 1995, drug dealers Tony Tucker, 38, Patrick Tail, 37, and Craig Rolfe, 26, were shot dead in a Range Rover on a small farm track in Rettendon. The bodies of the three men were found on the following morning by the farmer Peter Theobald and his friend Ken Jiggins, which those two people that found the bodies are the people who actually killed the people in the Range Rover and threw the weapons in the water behind the house.
They found.
Yeah, so they went to court about it, but for some reason they got out of their court sentence.
Huh. So, wow. Okay. That is interesting, dude. And no one's tried this yet, huh?
No, because everyone's saying that there's like a curse where if you find the weapon, you're going to be the next one in that war.
Yeah, and I mean, the curse is that, probably, there'll be some gang after you.
Yeah.
It's like with Danny Dip, and I mean, that's why, like, me and him, when we go around the Gary and some of those spots now, like, we're both... One, we try to not show the spot at all now, not even give reference to the members so they can't necessarily know that, where we're at. But he's had bridges that we went to and he's gone to a lot that are marked up, don't fuck. Oh, sorry. Like, don't effing snitch or what is it? Something like a death threat. I mean, clearly it never would be, it wouldn't be spray painted onto the side of a bridge right where he's fished many a time.
Also, we actually have, you know how you keep seeing, do you see the Flat Earth podcast sometimes around where you live? Where people tag on the walls of the Flat Earth podcast. So in the UK, the magnet fishers actually have a little deal with the Flat Earth tags. They can't tag near the rivers. They can tag wherever else, just not near the waterways.
Huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a deal.
Yeah.
This is why I love England. They're so fucking weird. And then you hear about their big murders, all stabbings. Like, it's like, I know.
Or a murder.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, I guess that murder's a gun, right? I know. In a range.
They were guns. They were
Essex
guns.
Boys.
Yeah. So one of the things that
BBC right now. This is amazing.
My biggest concern, like when we went to Milwaukee and the day I met you, we had this conversation. The gun violence in the United States is real. Everybody knows that. There's 27 firearms per person per population, which I can dig it.
People,
but
I work in an elementary school, and before school even started, we had to go through gun safety and
shooting, all that stuff.
School shooting, what happens to us and the students.
Do any of your kids carry the new backpacks, the armored packs? They got bulletproof backpacks now in the United States that are regularly used in schools.
Plates in the back. Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I grew up. Dude. So I grew up like I'm a gun owner. I grew up. I mean, I was probably 12, 11 is when I probably shot a gun maybe a little bit sooner, but 12, 11 is when I was actively using a gun and going out and like starting to shoot, trap, hunt, all sorts of stuff, bro. I've grown up my whole life with a gun. I have a concealed carry license for most of the states in the U.S. and I do that because I've been in situations where other people have guns and they're a person that's trying to cause something for that. It's real here, Jericho. You're hitting on it.
I've got shot 3 times so far in my life, but I'm 44. Now, when I went to school in Wisconsin, south side of Chicago.
I didn't know this. You got shot 3 times? I've never been shot. Holy crap.
Yeah. Wrong neighborhood. But and then Milwaukee, 7th Street in Lincoln. But when I went to school in Southwest Wisconsin in the rural area, I took a gun to school and I went hunting on lunch break. That was normal. But I'm also old. I'm also
dad
old.
tells me stories how
I'm not
he
much
used to
younger
put
than you,
his
and
shotgun would
I
sit.
kind
in
of
the
got
locker.
expelled from school for the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, see, we get let out for hunting.
I would tell my students to go take a timeout, and you guys were raised up to bring guns to school. What?
Yeah.
Hello, La Fuel channel. Welcome, welcome.
Sorry.
And Bold Lion, you're totally welcome to share that video. No problem.
You have to give him a wrench so he can share it.
Oh, my apologies. Thank you.
Sorry
Again,
to
guys,
interrupt. Sorry
please
to interrupt,
forgive
but
me. I am trying to.
the Essex Boy murders.
Hang
There's
on,
not
I'll see
one
if I can pull
movie.
that video.
There's 11 of them.
What are you talking about?
Wait,
11 movies
really?
about this. Yeah.
I knew I had seen one.
Specific murder cold case.
Essex.
Yep.
There's one called Essex Boys, Rise of the Foot Soldier, Bonded by Blood, The Fall of the Essex Boys.
That's all
It's
we-
on Netflix and Hulu and
Yeah.
I know, but we've
Yeah,
Peacock.
seen that before, right?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds vaguely familiar, but also I've seen many like British things that take place in Essex, so I can't. I don't know.
Because this is where I live.
That's so crazy, dude. Like that's granted, like that's so cool though that you could do it. Like you should go out and try, man. Why not?
I mean, I don't want to be in a lake.
That's why you got to bring backup with you.
Exactly.
For there to be like an agreeable universal curse on this lake
Right.
or on these specific
I think it's on the
murder
farm.
weapons,
I think it's on the farm. Yeah.
you don't want that on your soul.
So I guess other than guns or like whatever, what is something that I guess we catch very often here in the US at magnet fishing that you don't catch in England?
Seems like bombs here lately.
Well, we have found a lot of bombs in the UK.
I've been watching that. I've been very interested in that. I caught 2 military ordinances with Danny Dip in Pennsylvania. But
I think there's one thing that you've probably never found that I have found.
what's that?
A working electric scooter.
I've never even found one electric scooter.
Really?
No, dude. And you know what sucks at the meetup? I was so thinking, I was like, this will be it. This will happen. I'm tossing, I'm tossing, and then this guy gets a freaking electric scooter right next
3 feet away. 3 feet away. It was amazing.
and
3 feet away.
He got a magazine and some bullets, and it was like,
Yep.
I was just pulling up pieces of a chopped
And that was my first day throwing a magnet. Thanks to Swamp Rat Nation, I got a Titan 360.
and that was my first day throwing a Titan 360 as well.
Yep.
Did that?
You threw gens and it made you blush.
What'd you say, Steve?
As the first time I used it with Kratos was when I met with y'all.
Right? And I mean,
Actually,
unfortunately,
I talked to
there's
Ben
nothing there,
earlier.
so we couldn't prove to you their work amazing, but they do. Dude, it
I
changed.
actually reached out to Ben earlier today.
Oh, nice, good. He just got back from a dig, I believe. I was speaking with him a little bit earlier today, actually. Oh, yes. I don't know how. Okay, real quick, guys. How do I add a wrench to Bold Line?
YouTube. So you go on your phone, go on YouTube, and then you click the name.
Okay.
Tutorial,
You-
everyone.
You can give me one too. That's all right. We
You
can
don't
help
have
on the
one either?
StreamYard.
Oh, guys,
Nope.
I'm sorely lacking. My apologies. I'm trying to do.
Mr. Badger.
Well, this whole time I'm trying to do it through my.
Mr. Badger.
Oh,
Oh.
you got to mute your phone. It's a learning experience.
Okay, so just so you know, one of the reasons why this happened to work out and go great, I mean, he's already, up an insanely late amount of, but I'm in a night owl, magnetic movements here. Everyone go check him out. I'm actually going to put his link, pop it back up on the
do you guys see the link I just put in the private chat?
I'm going to look
Yep.
at it right now.
Yeah, so that link will take you to the story of what happened.
Got you.
But don't click it now or else it'll screw up your stream.
Yeah.
They-
Go, Jericho. There we
they-
go. You
They
saved
actually use special operations on this.
Wait, what does that mean?
Means like they use special forces and stuff.
Oh, really?
Like our SWAT team.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they
Like-
including Operation Sentry.
So Scuba Steve, where are you located?
Pretty impressive.
Ohio.
Ohio. So you're not too far from the spring dirt fling either.
No, I'm
I
gonna
am.
try to make some of them.
I'm very far.
Because the event that it's going to be awesome. There's going to be 50 content creators from all over the world attending.
And guys, this sounds like it's going to be so amazing. I've been watching you post into all this amazing organizing, planning, this creating. He has accumulated some of the most dedicated and incredible people that are want to find things like we do here at Badger Exploration, but also they love and they're passionate about sharing that with their communities, like with people. Like that's so cool, dude. I mean, go through again just real quick what you all have set up, and everyone make sure to check everyone here out to give them a like and a follow and what have you. But sorry, my bad, Jericho, go ahead.
So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to West Virginia and we're going to magnet fish and metal detect some spots in West Virginia and then do a little gold prospecting in a private property area because they want to know if there's gold there. They want to learn how to do it. So we're going to go teach them. And then from there, we're going to hop over to Virginia and we're going to check out a couple spots, magnet fish on the way to another private area where the Union soldiers camped along a creek on this guy's farm. And the property is from 1784 was the first established housing on the property. And no one has ever metal detected it. And no one has ever messed with the creeks there. He
Dude,
said no, he's never seen. He's actually an officer in the area, and he's never seen anyone magnet fish that area either. So we're gonna magnet fish that whole little section, and then we're gonna metal detect the farm, and we're gonna then jump over to do some crystal digging and crystal mining, and go to a couple crystal mines, and then we're gonna go gold prospecting.
You really set up quite the man. It's gonna
be a 10-day adventure.
Yeah, you're gonna be quite tired. Holy cow!
Question.
Could we like do a live and I'll just join the live and I'll feel like I'm there.
Yeah. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll do like they do in that one movie where they have an iPad, you know, and your face is just on it.
Yeah.
We'll just get like a Zumba to roll around.
Hi everyone.
Hello, look what I found. Oh man, that is so epic, dude. And like, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there any of those the ones you just mentioned? Are any of West Virginia? Is that not the state that magnet fishing? Because there's one state it's illegal to magnet fish. You're not allowed to magnet fish.
Why not?
It's you have to have a permit.
They have something to hide in their water.
Yes.
But
no, you can magnet fish in West Virginia and Virginia, and we'll be magnet fishing in the illegal state from private property, so it's legal.
Yeah.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't do it in public waters in said Tennessee state.
Gotcha. And do any of those states require a license?
You can carry everywhere you go.
No, not a gun. Sorry, a magnet fishing license. Some states now require magnet fishing license, like Indiana.
The UK doesn't.
The UK doesn't. I was just going to ask you that. No. Oh, that's good.
But
that's the thing that sucks about our country is we are technically one country, but we're
taxes.
Really
we fled from you. We fled from y'all for taxes, and now they tax everything. Yeah. They got a tax for a tax. Yeah. But there is licenses like in the one city that we're going to metal detect around the. I want to go to Roanoke, and then I also want to check out the hanging wall for Salem, where they executed all the people back in the day.
Wait, you're gonna go to Salem, Massachusetts?
Okay, I'm gonna go to the restroom.
No, Virginia. And we're gonna visit the hanging wall, and then after that, we're dipping south. So we do have some paranormal people that are gonna attend for that event because we're gonna do it in the Dirk, and we're gonna do some paranormal type fun. And then, so I have ADHD. I do all kinds of stuff. I do anything that I find interesting or cool. And I'm a nerd. I love learning. I'm 44 and I'm a freshman in college for the 15th time.
Hey, I
perform. I perform.
I'm kind of right there with you. I'm still going to classes for stuff.
Oh, we got a loop through somewhere.
There's the one place I've always wanted to go to. I love Wiccan stuff. I love witch stuff. Ugh, I'm so excited.
There's a permit.
Well,
in the
bright
UK.
blessings and blessed be.
There's a permit in the UK that you cannot get. It's so hard to get but it's weird because it's to do with mudlarking.
Oh,
Mhm.
I love mudlarking.
Yeah, but this permit, it's so hard that only 2 people in the UK has it.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you, I mean, whose tea do you have to sugar to get that permit?
You need permission from the royals, the prime minister, and the government.
Oh, okay. So who's got it? Like the cousin of the queen? Or?
So it's two treasure hunters on YouTube.
Yep.
Oh, dude, I've been
So
watching.
I know the answer why, because they feel that the finds while mudlarking have extreme historic value.
Yeah,
Yep.
because
And they believe that it's the right of the people to leave it there or turn it over. And you have to sign an agreement that anything you find of value while mudlarking, you will turn over to the queen. Well, now the king.
because the place that you can't mudlark is the river Thames. That's the bit you can't.
Yep. I'm definitely watching both of those guys. So I was just going to ask because I knew there was a rule about that. And regarding that too, though, if you find something that there's like a sweet spot that you get, the government will give you basically I forget the exact percentage. Don't quote me on it, but they will give you a percentage of a value for the item. But you have to belong to the registry, even if you're like a metal detectorist, period.
Yep.
And I mean, and it is, in my opinion, as someone who really values history and the knowledge of public history, I feel like if we don't know where we come from, we'll always be doomed to repeat it. So, like, I agree with the aspect that if it's something like you guys have the opportunity on the river, on that river, to find seriously historical, ancient things.
Yeah, I just want to get that permit
in someone's bucket in a garage or in a.
Like my biggest goal is to get that permit because that permit is the rarest thing probably the UK has.
Dude, that's a great goal.
gosh.
That's an awesome thing that you have. Like you have that goal in your industry to achieve there. That's really cool, man. Go get it.
I mean,
everyone help him get it. Start one sub at a time, baby.
To be honest, my goal right now on YouTube is to hit 100 subscribers.
To hit 100?
Yeah.
Hey, all I got to tell you is just keep coming on lives, but do it during the day when we get like 40 people in instead of at night. Because the nighttime people are gamblers. So they're on the silver channels right now trying to win silver at $6.50 a spot, $7.50 a spot. And like tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., which would be, I don't even know what time it is for you. It'd be like 12 hours. It would be like 10 p.m., right?
10 p.m. Okay. Someone message me when that is because I don't.
Well, what time is it there now?
No, he's saying it'll be 10 p.m. your time. He's saying.
What time is it there now?
6:22 a.m.
Oh my lord, you're a dog.
Oh
He's been
my
up.
Okay, so
I've been texting him since it was 3 a.m. at his time.
So 9.5 hours later. So it'd be in your afternoon.
9.5 hours.
So right as you get up from a normal human's 8-hour slumber, I'll be on that live.
Yep, he'll be there.
Someone messaged me on Instagram or something when that is.
Okay, but what
I
about
got you. I actually messaged you the link to it already.
Okay, well, what about with me with like daytime jobs? You know, I'm
Okay,
at
so
work
You don't
during
work
the
on
day.
Saturday though. Do you?
we do Thursday, we do a 6:30 p.m. Wisconsin time for AU guys prospecting. That's the one you guys were trying to join the other day, but you had Wi-Fi issues.
Yeah, up here.
Yeah, so
we had a snowstorm.
this is what's crazy. So every Thursday of those, this is why I really wanted to do a live tonight, and just even if no one came, but so many of you have come and shown up and shown some support. So thank you guys so much for being here. But I had out of nowhere, we had Wi-Fi, everything was good. We had power, everything was normal, but we had a big storm, and then out of nowhere, just our Wi-Fi was up for about a day and a half.
This is finals week also for me.
Mine too. I finished mine all eights.
All of last night. It went on at like 3:40 today, and I was like,
But yeah, so we do a Thursday night gold prospecting treasure hunt, Kratos magnets, metal detecting stream on AU guys prospecting, and then I co-host Friday night on Gold Eagle prospecting, who bought his first Kratos 1100 double-sided last night on live.
very nice.
So he will be he will be out with us. He's actually coming to the spring dirt fling. And then every other weekend when my wife works, I live stream from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then the weekends she's off, I don't live stream. That way it's us time
That's
because I had to find a balance.
Good.
Yes.
Good for you.
That's why I didn't hop into the pre-talk.
Good for you.
'cause of balance.
Balance. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
have the
Movie
balance.
night. It was movie night.
Yeah, we're watching
But-
The Grinch. It's a Christmas classic, right there with like A Christmas Story.
But we'll
Do you know
we'll
that?
the other
Do
night.
you know that?
I
Magnetic
watched
Moment?
it the other night.
What?
I
Do you
watched
know
Christmas
about that
Story the other
movie?
night.
A Christmas Story?
We were
No.
watching The Grinch.
No,
We didn't watch The Christmas Story. We were watching The Grinch.
dude, I'm impressed you're up, man. I can tell you're getting tired.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting tired as well, and we have to be up to make sure we're ready for Jericho's thing. Jericho,
Yeah.
brother,
Does someone just try and call me and wake me up if I'm not awake?
no problem.
Mrs.
No
Honey
problem.
Badger is gonna be a real gold digger in April. She's gonna be a real gold digger. She's gonna be digging that shiny gold out the creek.
Physically.
She gonna be
Physically.
bringing the bands home. Oh, yeah.
But now, see, another thing. So, where you find in black sand when you're magnet fishing,
Oh, I've been
statistical probability is that you will find gold there as well.
How are we
Oh,
gonna
looking. It's
find
the
gold in a
heaviest
magnet?
sand. It traps gold. Very
Okay.
effective.
So,
Mind
the black
you,
sand is
sometimes
heavy
my
and
second
it falls
grade
in the same
student-
place.
Sorry.
Go
ahead.
Mind you. Okay,
Oh,
go ahead.
sorry.
Ladies first.
Okay, mind you, my second grade students sometimes watch these lives because they want to see Miss Anastasia.
Anyways, Jericho.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
not a gold digger students.
but
I
she's
did.
gonna be real gold. She's gonna be just like the people on Gold Rush,
Yeah.
So-
She's gonna be like on Gold Rush.
Physically.
physically digging the golds. But no, so black sand is heavy. Black sand is heavy. It's
Look at Magnetic Movie. Look at him. Look at him. He's like in shock right now. Dude, this
like-
is how I felt when I first met Jericho. When he told me that there's freaking gold in Wisconsin, I was like,
Bro, like, why isn't the UK having this?
they do. There's actually 5 people I talked to from the UK that go gold prospecting, and there's clubs you can join in the UK to go gold prospecting.
Yo,
So when you're-
send me them people, bro, I'll them.
Yep, follow me on Instagram and I'll send you the links.
Deal.
I got you.
But-
You need his channel and everything. I'll get it. Yeah.
These tiny creeks, gold is everywhere. Gold came from space originally, and it fell to the earth. The weight of the gold drove it further into the earth over time. But every creek everywhere, there is at least some form of gold somewhere. It may not be a giant chunk like what's in my pocket. But there's gold everywhere. Be it micros, fine dust, and 90% of the Earth's gold is not visible to the human eye.
Way to just throw your weight around, Jericho. It's not. You're not going to find a massive,
Now this giant nugget in my
thumb-sized
pocket.
piece of gold, Mister, out here mopping
Well,
with a
This
chalk.
is tiny. In North Carolina, the largest gold nugget ever found was 17 pounds.
How much would that be?
Right around $500,000 right now.
only $500,000.
I do.
I believe. I'd have to do the math again.
I'd imagine.
But
17.
It's only this big. It's a tangerine. I think it's something the size of a tangerine that weighs 17 pounds. And gold is 19 times heavier than water. And iron, so a gallon of milk is 162 pounds. Think about that if it was gold.
That's why, have you ever seen those movies where they throw a bunch of gold bars in a bag and run away? You know,
That's fake.
No. It literally is all your effort to carry one bar, damn near. It is like,
Yeah.
it is not
Like the videos you see where if you pull the gold bar out of the thing, where they're
Yeah.
like barely able to hold it, that's real.
Yep.
Like, it's so
they're
heavy.
in the museums, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But if you get it out, it's yours.
I've seen it happen once.
That's very cool.
I've seen it
about
happen once too.
Pretty much the entirety of the U.S. is we have really good treasure hunting laws, like finders keepers laws, for instance, is one. that we
Finders
have
keepers,
got.
losers, weepers.
Literally, right? That's straight up the name of the law. It's called the finders keepers law. It's a law. No, seriously, dude. I know.
Hold on, let me search this up.
Yeah. Look it up.
But yeah, speaking of lost treasure, so I think that we should look into going for the Prairie du Chien lost treasure.
Prairie du Chien. I've been researching it for freaking years, brother. It is our treasure.
I have the location. I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
my gosh. Okay,
Based
I need
upon
to verify it with several maps. I have a map that I sourced from a yes, brother. Okay,
I can take you to I know the people that
everyone
own the
listen to
club,
you
and you can
first.
come
Prairie
there.
du Chien treasure is ours. You understand? You stay away from it. It is ours. I'm passionate about this. You need to explain the Prairie du Chien. Do it.
So, the natives were attacking the fort, and the general said, "Okay, we're going to load the gold up in the boats, and then I want you to take the gold to the highest cliff you can see, and hide it 30 feet below." And that's in the books. It's in the rolls from the Fort Prairie du Chien, and you can actually come there with me, and we can go do a tour.
You can see these writing. You can see the words, everyone.
You can see it, and the other day when I was over there, we saw the cliff and it has holes. Well, there's no reason for the cliff to have holes 30 feet down.
Hey, I'm Burley certified.
And then the other thing is
Are
Pikes
you talking
Peak.
about real treasure?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Prairie du Chien treasure.
We're talking back then, $80,000 in gold coins.
Which
now each one of those gold coins now is worth around $2,000 a piece, just at the value of gold. The historic value and the historical value doubles or triples that.
And found all together, I mean, oh my goodness. And it's, you know what's crazy about it? It's one of those stories, those treasures that has slipped under history and just hasn't been focused on. And that's why, dude, I love this community because it's like this, right? Like, for instance, movements, and Scuba Steve in Jericho too. I mean, we all met in ways not because we like reached out to try to this or that or clout chase or whatever else. It's because we found each other through our passion and something we love to do, right? And that's, I mean, that's incredible. And I mean, that's to find someone else. I've known no one that even really has heard of the Prairie du Chien treasure, and
most don't. I've spent about 5.5 years reading about it, studying it, looking at the old maps. My only issue is I can't go down the cliff by myself. I need to lower someone else. I mean,
are you Indiana Jones?
I go.
Claybert and I also we might have located a treasure, and we talked about it during the live. Al Capone buried several $1 million worth of silver, and through research, Jen and I found the property, and we found a metal box buried next to a tree along a river, and it was smashed between tree roots, one on top, one on bottom. So we didn't have a chainsaw. We couldn't access it.
Jericho, when you're available next and it's thought up, I've got all the equipment ready, and me and Clay I've seen the spot. We planned an attack, and we'll get your opinion on it because we'll have to do it. We'll do a big video, dude.
But now with all the crackheads that are there, it's going to be more difficult because they turned it. We found a crack den.
No, I know. It's very sketchy. It's a super bad area. It's
the Red Russian will fight them off.
Well, the island it's an old place. But there's hazards of the trade.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. I can take out about 10 of those skinny little fellas in one toss.
Well, I guess since every one of us has a story about a treasure local to us, what about you, Steve?
I don't know of anything local here.
There's 3 lost treasures in Ohio due to bank robberies and assorted from around the same circa area.
Now I have heard that close to the Middletown jail, there's supposedly a pistol from Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep.
I was just gonna ask, Bonnie and Clyde. That was that area.
If you go to the county jail here in town, they've actually got the displays from their arrest records from them.
That's funny. That's cool. Wow.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, I I am seeing some tired, droopy faces. I thank you, everyone. What do you guys say? We call this a night. I think magnetic movements. Thank you so much, man, for toughing this out. I know it's incredible, man. Thank you for coming on. Guys, the reason we did this so late is so randomly is we were just chatting, and it's hard for us to find that time where I normally would live just because he's in the UK and we have that 8-hour difference. But everyone, go give him a sub, give him a like, give him a follow. I'll be sharing his page all over all my content and stuff, guys. Get his YouTube going. He has done an amazing job on Instagram, sharing and promoting both himself and other magnet fishers and treasure hunters in the community. The same can be said for Jericho and Hercules, the incredible researcher prospector. I mean, he's even got the beard to go with the gold nugget in his pocket.
They say I look like Cornelius, Yukon Cornelius.
Come on now. He can't not. You got to have that level of beard to get a gold nugget. And that's why we go right on to Scuba Steve with the next great beard here. I wish I could grow a beard that would just rival even either of you two. My goodness, this scraggly little patchy thing. Steve,
we got to get you some good beard oil.
Oh,
I know.
He's got the ponytail.
Hey, I know.
Yeah, his hair. That hair, I'm telling you, he's got the longest hair in magnet
Look
fishing.
at that. I
He
can't even compete.
You do. He does
I
have
can't
a lot.
compete.
I know, longer than
I think I have the shortest beard in magnet fishing.
He's got
Nope, honey badger does.
the shortest beard because you don't have any.
Exactly.
Right.
Ah,
Give her 30 years and then she'll be going, whoosh,
yeah.
that son of a bitch.
Everyone for Magnetic Movements, he's got 13 videos out right now. Go check him out on YouTube, guys. The link is right there, tagged on the little bubble under our pictures. Jericho and Steve, feel free to drop your links, please, in the live chat for anyone that would like it. And guys, check out Scuba Steve. He's doing incredible stuff with winter diving, deep diving. He's doing recovery. I mean, just coming up this week, he's going to be going and searching for a lost wallet that someone lost with when a boat got turned over. So if you want to watch those videos and check him out, guys, which you should, go give him a subscribe and a like. He's going to be
I'm still not blue.
Right there. And everyone, Jericho and Hercules, if you want to see or even attend the incredible event, man, go and check him out on his channel. I'll be sharing everyone's information here, not only in the bio after, but we'll have them in the live chat as well, guys. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming out today, Magnetic Movements. And Honey Badger would like to say something.
P.S. Follow Miss Honey Badger on Instagram.
Yes.
That's right. I shared you out, even though you weren't there. I shared you out.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I shared her out on the Thursday stream, even though she wasn't there.
Thank you so much. Dude, I wanted to be there so bad.
I just did it.
Hey, he followed.
Hey, yo.
Hey, thank you, sir. Well,
Yeah, I'm going to hang out backstage if you want to chat for a few minutes after you hop off the live.
Definitely.
All right.
Hey, I got your link dropped.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Scuba Steve.
Hey, thank you everyone for watching. As I like to say, this is Badger Exploration.
We find things.
Cheers, guys.